All right. Shutter Trek. In fact, the last one on my Shutter quest, at least till October wraps up, since I'm shifting gears coming to October, so I'm putting my long trek through Shutter on hold at that point. So, The Witch in the Window is my last one that for right now. And this has gotta be the most after school special of a horror film I've ever witnessed. It's not bad, but very after school special. I think it's the best way to describe this thing. So, a 12-year-old kid and his father are going out to flip a house. Essentially, the kid's gotten into some trouble because of his overprotective mother. Other is freaking out over some things he saw on the internet, and he's being punished because he wasn't supposed to, but well, there he went. So the father's taking him under his, then taking him for a while, and they go up to, I think, Vermont or Maine. I can't remember. Vermont, and start trying to fix up this house. Only problem: this house is belonged to Lydia, a creepy old lady who the kids all believe to be a witch, who died in the house, and some say she never left, and would still see her in the window, still sitting there. In fact, if anyone who saw her would slowly be drawn back to the house. I will say this movie does have some decently creepy moments, particularly when you just see the witch in the background and no one else seems to notice her. So they did a good job of having this lurking presence there. I will say that was a cut above, even if the general plot of the movie is a little 50-50. I did like the interactions with the neighbors who kind of tell the story of what was going on there. Some then the what else? And I do kind of like the family bonds that kind of go through here. It's this that is the heart of the story, is the relationship between the father and the son. The father is still in love with with his ex-wife, and is trying to flip this house to give her a dream house to get them back together. Probably not going to happen, but you see him trying anyway. But he's got everything tied up in this house, so he can't really leave, and the witch maybe doesn't even want him to. So, it seems like now that they've restored power to the house, the witch is growing in strength, and things start getting weird. Okay, things I like. Then the witch constantly being visible in the background and lurking around. Very cool. Very well done. I also some of the suspense when they're trying to build it builds pretty well, and the family bonds work. Things that were a little more iffy for me. One, the heavy-handed Trump reference at the beginning. I mean, it doesn't have to be Trump, but we all know it is. It's then this is came out in 2018, so and pretty much the mother's like complaining about being a parent and trying to keep your kids safe in this era and with this president. Okay, we get it. And then the magic eye thing. So they have those magic eye poster which says the kid's name. And they actually flash it up on the screen and hold it there long enough for the audience to see it too. They hold it there a little bit longer than necessary, but it's like weird gimmick, but okay. And then as the story progresses, this changes from saying Finn to saying Lydia, name of the witch. Which again, it flashes up and holds it. That was not necessary. It's weird and doesn't really add anything. I mean, you could actually still do the magic eye thing even with it being in the background, and I thought it was cooler that they just noticed it like that. But no, they just boom, full screen. Here's magic eye, do it. Little weird. Another thing was I I'm not even sure this lady was a witch. I mean, we don't know much about what she did when she was alive, but she might just be a ghost because there's no indication she was ever like into witchcraft, and she just kind of was this creepy old lady that liked being creepy and sat at the window. I mean, she doesn't do anything particularly witchy. I mean, luring people in, but that could just be ghost power. I don't know. Maybe it just feels more like a standard haunted house film than a particular than necessarily being need to be called The Witch. Um, I will say I did like the resolution, how it kind of plays out. I do like the witch was trying to pull them in rather than chase them away. And even when the witch starts doing like some illusion shenanigans, and I do kind of like how it goes about it with finding, with him not sure whether he's in the house or out, who he's actually talking to, what's going on. I did like the fuckery. It was working well for me. But this movie, it's very low budget. There's not much for effects. The witch makeup is just old lady makeup. There's no real special effects to speak of in this film, and there's no blood, no gore. It felt like a made-for-TV movie. But that said, it was kind of an effective one. I thought this was better than I was expecting this to be. Not great, but I'll give this one 5 MacGuffins. I mean, everything going into this one, it should have been lower, but they pull it off pretty well. It's not good enough for me to give it anything above that, but I did enjoy it. So I don't know if I go out of my way to recommend this one, but if you sit down and watch it, you'll be fine. But it's not one that it's not a you have to see this kind of movie. Alright, that's about all I got on The Witch in the Window.